Well.
You ain't so tough with that bad boy tuck. I'ma get it how I'm living, I'ma walk the walk. Outline my lines, I rap through thought.
Pochettino's Chelsea came to dance, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Football Therapy. Chelsea 6, Middlesbrough 1. Yes, they got a goal in the end, and yes, they are mid-table in the championship. But yes, they beat us at their yard, and there could have been a serious embarrassment, giant-killing banana skin on the cards here, man. This was a perfect night for Chelsea. Look, they got a last-minute goal, but it was a perfect night. We got to see Leo Castledine, we got to see Ben Chilwell at left-back, we got to see Levi Colwill play at left centre-back. You know, we saw Cole Palmer play, we saw Enzo play much better. You know, there weren't so many perfect performances. Spoiler, we are going to talk about Mudryk and a little bit of Breuer as well. But it is looking good, boys and girls, and Daddy is happy, ladies and gentlemen. If you're happy too, if you're feeling good, please do drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new. Daily videos here, of course, on Football Therapy, and you might dig the content, man, so just consider subscribing and hitting the bell if you choose to. Alright, 1-0 down from the Riverside, and yes, we need context here. Borough got loads of injuries, so is Chelsea, but, you know, they're Middlesbrough. They're in the middle of the championship. But yeah, man, look, this was their moment, you know. This is a trip to Wembley, and beyond. You know, what Wembley... Anything can happen. Well, you probably lose to the better team. But the point is, this was their moment, and Chelsea came to dance, and we sambered all around Stamford Bridge. And if you look, bro, if you look at our record at Stamford Bridge at home at the moment, it is like, there's one draw in there, but there's just wins, green W's as far as the eye can see. And I'm feeling good again. I'm starting to feel my pulse in my body, my footballing pulse. There's life in this dead horse, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to talk about it today. How did we set up? Well, everyone says it's a 4-2-3-1, and even though I'm referencing SofaScore here as I speak to you to deliver to you the statistics and important factors of this Chelsea triumph. For my money, ladies and gentlemen, for my 2 cents, I think it's just a 4-3-3. So we had Georgia Petrovic in goal. I did say I thought it would be Gilchrist starting at right back, but maybe Disasi. It was Disasi. In fact, I got a lot of the lineup right. Disasi at right back, Thiago Silva partnering Levi Colwill in the centre back positions, and vice captain Capitano Ben Chilwell returning to the starting lineup, and boys and girls making all the freaking difference. Like, you just see how we play. Like, he may only be 27 years old, but he's still the third oldest player that we've got in this team, and he's so good. And I said it on my Instagram, on my halftime live show, at Football Yannick, if you want to follow me on that. I said it, I'll say it again. People laughed at me when I wanted Chelsea to sign Ben Chilwell over Tagliafico and Telles. Obviously went to United, and I don't know what Tagliafico is. Is he still at Ajax? I don't even know. And I said, no, Ben Chilwell's the one, and he is so good. He's possibly not as good as Reece James, but maybe he's as important, man. Like, if you look how he plays, we'll talk about him more positionally in a moment, because these inverted runs he makes, no one knows what to do with him, and despite him gallivanting up front, making these inside runs, and to great effect, for some reason, he's not doing a Trent and leaving this chasm behind him. I don't know how he does it. Maybe he just picks his moments, but he's just so good, man. He's such a calm head, and he's for a fullback to be transformative. And look, there's a huge discussion to be had about the absence of Chelsea's fullbacks and how much better we are. I've won the Champions League with Ben Chilwell and Reece James putting in masterclasses in the final. Hey, Mia. So do you know what I mean? It's just so important. Chile at left back, Moises Caicedo, I'm looking at his heat map, he is mainly central. I'm looking at the heat map of Enzo Fernandez, he's mainly in the left channel. So, and if you look at Cole Palmer, I mean, yeah, everyone thinks he's in this central number 10 role, but he's not. His heat map is all on the right-hand side. So it's like Caicedo central and then number 8 flanks. That's the pockets, the inside pockets that are being occupied One side is Enzo, and one side is Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer was, especially for the first half, playing as a right number 8. So it's a 4-3-3. Caicedo central, Enzo the left 8, Palmer as the right 8. Everyone always thinks it's a 4-2-3-1, and maybe it's a hybrid, but anyway. And then you're in the front three of Breuer, Sterling on the right, and Mudryk on the left. We saw a 4-2-3-1 from Michael Carrick's Middlesbrough. Of course, they're a load of absentees, but Jonathan Howson comes back into the side to captain Middlesbrough and do us a huge favour in scoring the opening goal. Of an own goal that really settled our nerves down and evened the aggregate scoreline in the tie. So let's talk about the goals, baby girl. I can't remember most of them, but I'm gonna do my best. So we do get the own goal in the opening 15 minutes, and this is at this point I am like throwing my hands up in the air, preaching, because this is Ben Chilwell's goal. His again, the aforementioned inverted runs on the inside. Chile does excellent work. It ends up being a ball going into Breuer, and the defender, Howson, trying to sort out Breuer, hits it in. It's an OG, and it really settles down the nerves. Suddenly, 15 minutes in, the tie is 1-1 on aggregate. And my giddy aunt, she's on the ceiling, ladies and gentlemen, because the Argentinian Frank Lampard, Enzo Fernandez, getting in the 29th minute, making a run in, sweeping up from an opposition error and putting it in, doing a Frank Lampard, but yeah, playing as a left-sided number 8. Look, the number 10 doesn't suit Enzo, but when he literally plays in that like pocket on the left-hand side, a vertical pocket, up and down, shuttling number 8, he does bits, and he could score 10 goals this season, Enzo. And in his first full season for Chelsea, to score 10 goals across all comps for like a number 8 style player ain't bad, bro. So I'm starting to feel much better about Enzo. And we're going to talk about that third goal, ladies and gentlemen. Axel Disasi. I had to remind myself he's playing right back because I had no idea what the hell this guy's doing up top. But look at how he obviously advances in a transitional attack, follows the ball, give and go, gets the ball back to him, and he runs in a goal. And that one-touch finish is like a beautiful elite centre forwards finish. Well, the centre forward himself doesn't have to be beautiful. He could be ugly, but he's got to finish well. And that's what Axel Disasi did, ladies and gentlemen. An incredible finish. And in fact, later on in the game, he makes an excellent run to receive a ball from, I don't know, Enzo, Gallagher, possibly Cole Palmer? Or is it Noni Madueke? It's one of a multitude of our excellent young talented players. But he makes an excellent run and lashes at it. The cat's playing, so if you hear anything, that's what that is. And he just sort of kicks the air. And had he scored that would have been it. That would have been like, spit take, water out of my mouth, just play Disasi up front from now on. The centre forward position has been solved. But yeah, he sort of just kicked the air in that instance. But what a great goal to make it 3 for Chelsea. We're in the 36th minute at this point. And the Chelsea fans, suddenly the narrative has flipped. And look, you will go to your respective places of work, to see your family members who support opposing teams, maybe school, college, university, and people will take the mick out of you for celebrating this win against a mid-team championship club. Well, let them, bro, because ultimately, do you know what happened today? Chelsea won 6-1 in the second leg in a semi-final of a cup competition to go to Wembley, and it's a record-breaking result. That's what history will remember, ladies and gentlemen, of the cold, hard statistics. Record-breaking Chelsea. Anyway, Cole Palmer. Chile Cole Palmer. He scores a goal, capitalising off another defensive mistake from Borough. This is the moment where I think I filmed it to send my mate on WhatsApp, and I was like, bloody hell, Borough, no good. Out of the rest of the goals, that was the one when I went, you man are stinky. But yeah, Cole Palmer gets a celebration. Brother is Chile. We go into half-time. 4-0 up. In the first half, by the way, the statistics at the end of the first half, 64% possession, 8 shots, 4 on target. And it's worth saying now, guys, 4 shots on target in the first half, 4 goals. 2 shots on target in the second half, 2 goals. So out of 6 shots on target, we scored 6 goals. In total, we took 13 shots. But to score all your shots on target is pretty good, man. again, you can put all the caveats you want, but that is just ultimately a good thing to do. In the whole, let's do the whole game stats. We got 7 corners to their 1. We created 5 big chances, so one of the goals would have been scored, not considered a big chance. Oh, lovely stuff. So the second half happens, we take out Mudryk. We're going to talk about player performances in a moment. I'm sure we'll cover him a little bit. Thiago Silva gets booked. Rav van der Berg gets booked for pulling Raz Sterling back. By the way, I should have said Noni Madueke comes on for Mudryk. So Noni replaces Raheem on the right. Raheem moves over to the left into the position that Mudryk has vacated. And in the 65th minute, standing ovation, Capitano Ben Chilwell comes off. Totally understandable. With 4 goals to the good. He had a few minutes in the second half. He's coming back from injury. Perfect day out for Ben Chilwell. Alfie Gilchrist comes on, which means Alfie Gilchrist goes at right back, slots all the remaining back 3 over, and Levi Colwill then goes to left back. And then, of course, Gallagher comes on for Breuer, which pushes Cole Palmer up top. And Gallagher has the relinquished armband from Ben Chilly B. And it chills out a little bit there. Caicedo comes out. It looked like he might have had a bit of a knock. We'll soon find out about that. Carney Chukwuemeka comes on for him. Later on as well, we get a Chelsea Premier League debut for Leo Castledown, which is lovely to see indeed. But we have 2 more goals, and both of them are assisted by Conor Gallagher. So Conor Gallagher comes on in the 65th minute and bags himself 2 assists. And this is what he's done this season. I mean, he had a great chance to score, Gallagher. Noni Madueke plays him in a beautiful ball for, they open up, like a... insert a crude joke here, but they really do borrow. But it's a great run from Gallagher. He sees the space, Noni sees the run, and he executes the perfect pass. And Gallagher he just doesn't score this season. He hasn't scored a goal this season. He's all over the gaff, but he just he's got 4 assists in the league. He's probably got assists in the other 2 cup competitions, and he's got 2 more here. So yeah, Conor Gallagher did really well. He was probably watching that performance as well, thinking, "Oh God, do the team play better without me? Is it just hero ball Gallagher?" And that's a question that could be asked by Chelsea fans. His individual stats are insane. Does he become, not in the negative way, but does he become the main character and systemically Chelsea break down? Well, to that theory, he comes on, just gets 2 assists. 1 for Cole Palmer, great goal, a nice finish, and Noni Madueke gets his goal as well, which I thought might have been go down as a own goal, because it's a cruel deflection that the goalkeeper can't do anything about, but it is originally on target. So Noni Madueke gets his goal in the 81st minute, 6-0. Of course, in the 88th minute, Morgan Rogers gets a great goal. I'm wondering how much Georgia Petrovic could have done. Maybe he could have done a little bit more. But yeah, it's like a rolled, delicate finish, but it's got a bit of venom in it. So maybe that's why the Chelsea goalkeeper couldn't get his hand to it. Apparently he's looking for a move. Young Morgan Rogers actually probably was the bright spark of the whole entire Middlesbrough team, the young striker. All right, so let's talk about player performances then. In goal, Georgia Petrovic. I don't know how he maybe could have done much more on that goal. I'll be interested to hear other people's opinions. But other than that, he's been pretty flawless, hasn't he? And the fact how no one's talking about him is probably, badly at all, and many non-Chelsea fans are talking about him, is probably doing him a big favour. I think Ben Chilwell was magnificent. I am a super fan. No goal or assist for him today, but the way he got Chelsea going, and just other people play better when he's on the pitch. Levi Colwill, pretty decent. He certainly started way better at left. Well, by the way, I've nearly forgot to mention, for the opening 8 minutes of this match, we were really bad. I've been so excited about the 6 goals and the record break in the Wembley final qualification. I haven't mentioned the fact how we were actually really bad for the best part of the opening 10 minutes. But anyway, Chilwell was a big part of settling that and getting Chelsea forward and sort of forcing the own goal. I'm a massive Ben Chilwell super fan. Levi Colwill had a really good moments, demonstrating why he just looks more comfortable as a centre back. Certainly in the first half you saw that. Thiago Silva's good. He does see moments where you see the legs going, but then he makes excellent tackles as well. He executed a professional foul to get a yellow card, but very, very good again. Axel Disasi, great. Like, I don't know what to think about this guy. He's actually had some good performances at right back. He knows how to get forward. Like, he's not going to be flying high octane, forward thinking, fullback like an Ian Matson or a Ben Chilwell. He's probably a little bit more reserved like Cucurella. He's probably actually more similar to Cucurella. But he's got a goal in him, Disasi, man. Like, he loves a goal. I mean, he's only got a couple this season, but he does love it. Good performance from Axel Disasi, you'd have to say. Enzo Fernandez was excellent, I thought. His goal was good. He's just becoming a threat now. He's got great passing. He receives the ball well in tight spaces and, can play it out. And we know that, right? He won the World Cup doing that. We paid £105 million for him because he does that. But now we'll see that more and more as Chelsea become better, by the way. Like, you can drop Modric into this Chelsea team and it would struggle at times. So yeah, I really think he's getting better. He's developing well, and that's a good look for Enzo. Caicedo was good. He has really excellent moments where, he looks like almost like Matic and Kante together sometimes. He doesn't move around like Kante as much, but he's some of the the telescopic tackles and the really intelligent occupation of space defensively to prevent transition. Great stuff from Caicedo. Sterling, good, I think. Did he get an assist? I thought he got an assist. I'm just having a quick look. Yeah, he got an assist for Axel Disasi on the break. He's just consistently chipping in Sterling this season. I know you want more for his wages. Chelsea would not sign Raheem Sterling now on these wages in the new project. But he's just sort of quietly going about his business, getting the odd goal, getting the odd assist. He's, being professional. He's running hard. He's frustrating us in between, making poor decisions. But you kind of know what you get, and I understand why Pochettino's turning to him and starting him. And if you look over in the other flank, like Mudryk was very, very poor. He got a yellow card for dissent. Enzo was shouting him a lot in that first half, going, where are you going? You're supposed to be there. There was a moment when we were defending in our box where he was just chasing the ball. He wasn't holding his position at all, and we had an opportunity to play out of the press. And this is early, I think, when we were playing badly as well. And he was just not where he needed to be at all. The ball was coming out where he was supposed to be so he could press out, and because he was just chasing the ball everywhere, he was just, I mean, look, I said this before, Adam Crafton of The Athletic, who did a big piece on him when Arsenal wanted to buy him, he was just saying that this guy's really undercoached. He's got immense raw potential, but he's just massively undercoached. And I'm not going to dig out Mudryk. I think he could be so good. He's wearing Chelsea's number 10, but he needs to get his head down a little bit, I suppose. Cole Palmer, what can you say? 2 goals. This kid's king of the world. He just does not give a something. He could have scored 3 or 4 in the first leg. He got 2 here, mate. He's just shaking it off completely. He obviously scored the goal in the last game as well that we played. He's just the player of the season. Gallagher's giving him a run for his money in terms of individual performances, but in terms of just effectiveness, keeping your cool and composure, which we need in a team of children. And of course, the irony is not lost on me here that he is a child. And all these ones that are a couple of years older than him or whatever, he's just come in and be like, yeah, don't worry about it, boys, and he's scoring the goals. Absolutely incredible. Of course, Breuer, much like Mudryk, I think was very, very poor. I think it's just a confidence thing. I think he is very they're very similar, Mudryk and Breuer, as in they've both got really high ceilings in terms of their build, in terms of how they move and their sort of attributes, but for different reasons they're not performing. And I think Chelsea will look at this a bit more and think, just need a centre forward. Whether we'll buy one in January, of course, we've only got a week or so of the transfer window left. I don't know. But subs were good as well. Alfie Gilchrist, a little bit more just launch it. Noni Madueke was good, got his goal. He obviously sustained a shoulder injury, but managed to play through it. Castledine, Chukwuemeka didn't really get a chance to assess them. Gilchrist, not perfect, but in his own, as a fullback going forwards, but in his the Chelsea box defending. He's freaking mustard, isn't he? We know that about him. And Conor Gallagher comes on, plays 25 minutes, gets 2 assists, or 35 minutes? No, 25 minutes and gets 2 assists. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Record-breaking Chelsea go off to Wembley. I'm feeling good. I hope you are too. Thank you for joining me. Back in the studio tomorrow for daily Chelsea news videos, of course, every single day here on the channel. So you're welcome to subscribe if you might dig it. Yeah, have a nice time. Enjoy yourself. Peace.